Hi everyone, welcome to my first video. Since you're new here, my name is Lacey, and today we're going to be building Sandrone. As you can see, we have Sandrone here. She's finally come home. She took me, actually not that many pulls to get. I tried pulling for my Wikacon's last banner and ended up losing my 50-50. So Sandrone was guaranteed, fortunately, and I got her around 30 pity or so. So I am very happy and pleased with my pulling, and let's get building. So for Sandrone, I know Verdict or Thousand Blazing Suns is really good for her. Initially I did end up putting her on Beacon of the Reed Sea, but towards the end of the video I did change it to Thousand Blazing Suns because I just had way too much crit rate. After getting all of her artifacts before like the Cryo Resonance and her artifact set, I had around 70 crit rate or so. And if you didn't know, from Cryo Resonance and her artifact set, you get an extra 30-ish crit rate. So I ended up changing it so that way I wouldn't overcap. But for now, she does have Beacon of the Reed Sea. The reason I initially did put her on Beacon of the Reed Sea because I thought the description was really good. It gave her extra attack, and I know you do need a lot of subtract for Sandrone, but unfortunately I would just have to lose some of that because crit rate was way too high and I needed more crit damage. For Sandrone, this was her initial team that I was building. It was Sandrone, Yaimiko, Kazuha, and Chi-Chi. Obviously, Yamiko is there for the Electro application, and currently she is one of Sandrone's best in slot supports. Kazuha was there for the swirl. I wasn't sure if I was going to swirl Electro or Cryo, but in the end I did end up changing Kazuha out of the team anyway. So without further ado, let's get to farming a bit. Since I did plan on pulling for Sandrone, I did have a ton of her materials. I was only missing a few beetles, which I must say are the absolute worst local specialties to farm. They're so hard to find, and Fontaine already only limits you to 2 of the characters, which are Claranda and Lenny, to show you the local specialties. So I had to watch a video on how to get them. It took me so long. I fortunately was able to get her up to level 70 until I did have to go farm these subduction units. I will save you the time from having to watch me collect all of these because it did take almost an hour. I spent majority of the time farming these, so I will skip this part. I did end up adding Sandrone to my level up plan, so it was easier for me to farm everything she needed. And a word of advice, I do definitely recommend adding characters you're building to your level up plan because it makes it so much easier to know when you are done farming for them. As I was collecting her subduction units, I did realize I needed to upgrade her talents, and I did pre-farm a bit of stuff for that as well. So I would manage to be able to get her normal attack up to 6, her skill up to level 3 I believe, and her ultimate up to level 6 as well. While I was at it, I also decided to take a look at all the artifacts I had saved for Sandrone. Some of them are good, some of them are okay. I did end up farming a little bit more for her artifacts. I don't believe I got anything good, but I was pretty satisfied with her build in the end anyway, so. Right here, you can see what I mean about her having so much crit rate, which is why I changed her weapon. I also did go back in and arrange some more of her artifacts so I could give her more crit damage because obviously that was a horrible ratio. So yeah. Her crit ratio did end up getting a little bit better, but I still thought I needed some more crit damage, so I did change her artifacts a bit more before continuing to farm. Now I am just collecting the last few subduction units I needed, and again this took so long, but now after all that hard work I can finally ascend Sandrone. She is now level 90 out of 90, which means her leveling is finally done and I can focus more on artifacts and talents. Right here is when I decided I would farm a bit more artifacts for her and also test out her team. I wasn't quite sure on rotations and whatnot, but I did not like the way Kazuo fit into the team, so I did end up removing him as said earlier. I did kind of bad, actually. Not even kind of bad, really bad. I'm pretty sure I swirled the wrong element. I was getting knocked around everywhere. It was just a mess. And also, Sandrone's damage was not how I envisioned it would be. So I ended up changing back to my Mavuika team. But you can see how it goes. Now this is just a quick little showcase of my Mavuika, who I very rightfully so glazed to the max. She is definitely one of my strongest teams on my account, so. As we can see, Mavuika definitely cleared that a lot faster, proving why she's definitely the strongest on my account, so. As said before earlier, during this artifact forming, I did not get many better pieces. I actually don't think I got one replaceable piece. I believe I ended up going with the circlet Chung Yoon was using and then put an off-piece Sands instead, so I could get a little bit more crit damage and not too much crit rate. As we can see, after switching her artifacts up a bit, her crit ratio definitely did look a lot better, and switching her to my Vuika's weapon brought her ratio out to around 93 over 210. I decided to go into her talent domain just to farm a little bit so I could raise up her talents. I also decided to run Sandrone's team. I ended up switching Kazuha for Raiden just for a little bit more electro application, and I did find this team worked a lot better than with Kazuha.
Stay close and you will live.
As seen, switching to Raiden was definitely a lot better than using Kazuha, so I'm glad that I made that decision. Right here is when I decided to switch Sandrone's weapon to 1,000 Blazing Suns. And as we can see, that made her crit ratio a lot better, bringing her to a 81 over 210 ratio. I leveled up her talents to whatever I could before going to craft whatever I needed left to level them up to their final part. I decided to go claim my things from the Adventurers Guild with Sandrone because apparently Catherine gives her a special voice line.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild, my lady. Is there something I can help you with?
Oh my gosh, how cute! That she calls her my lady? That's so cute. I crafted the last few things I needed before finally having a Sandrone showcase. Unfortunately, she was not able to one phase it. Maybe she could have if I would have used her burst, but it was far too late in the night for me to have to redo that whole rotation again. So I just decided to call it a day. I am super happy with my sandrone pools and building her. I hope you all have the same luck as I did. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also comment if you're pulling for sandrone or sit lolly this patch. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!